Welcome to Socially Unfiltered,
That's the sleaziest tactic I have ever heard.
I cannot believe they would say that to you.
an open discussion all about social media, entrepreneurship, pop culture, and everything in between.
We're just some DIY girlies.
It costs $0 to support your friends.
You'll go on deep dives and doom scrolls with your hosts, Lex and V, to uncover the stories behind the headlines and look at everything through an unfiltered lens.
I want to relive the 2000s.
Not the trauma dumping on a Monday.
So grab a drink and get ready for a lot of yapping. Don't worry, there's no quiz at the end.
Strategy is such a buzzword.
English isn't my first language, so that's my excuse.
This is the Socially Unfiltered podcast.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We're like 3 weeks away from Christmas.
That's insane.
Not even. We're 2 weeks away from Christmas.
Yeah, when this episode comes out, today we are literally 3 weeks exactly. That's insane.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I know. Happy New Year, basically.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Did everybody decorate their trees? My God. That's crazy.
I feel like I've had my tree up for way too long. Like I put it up before Thanksgiving. Is that normal?
So did I, but it's literally the only thing that brings me joy in my house.
Same. I also like look forward to having my Christmas tree up because I use it like a lamp. Like I love the light from it instead of like
Same.
a
Like at
lamp.
night, I just like to like sit there with the tree on. I wish everybody could have like Christmas tree lights just like year round because I feel like it just looks so much better in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So depressing.
Yeah, like I wish it was like socially acceptable to just leave them up.
It was so funny yesterday. Mark's dad sent him a picture of the neighbors across the street. They had like a team come over to put lights on their house. Like, and it was like literally so lit up, like Martha May's house in The Grinch. And
Oh
Mark
my
gets it back and he goes, "Oh my God, it's like in The Grinch." His dad was like, "Too bright, but it looks cool."
That's so
But like
funny.
it was lit up. I didn't even know people got people to like come over as like I don't know.
Install their Christmas
Yeah,
lights.
like
That's really
hiring
funny
like a
because
group of
I
people.
just saw one of our neighbors doing that the other day. And
I mean,
like
it's
I
smart.
thought about it. I was like, I've never seen that before, but like it
No.
makes a lot of sense.
It's a lot of work. Like I
Yeah, like I wouldn't
can
want it. That's why
imagine.
we don't do it.
Right. The house across the street from his parents is like big. I'm like, I can't imagine
Right.
climbing all on the roof and like
Right.
it's everywhere. So it's
But
it's
I
a lot.
even feel like our neighbors across the street have like probably 10 of those like big inflatable like
Oh yeah.
Christmas things. And we have one.
I have none. So
Oh, well, I just got one yesterday at
wait, I
Walmart.
really want to pull a prank on Mark and get one of those and like be in the yard. And then when he gets out of his car, like just scare the shit out of him while I'm inside of it.
Can you please?
And just record it with the Ring camera. I think I have to because that would be
Oh my God.
hilarious.
Please. Well, I
Hopefully you
got
don't
one
listen
yesterday
to
at
this.
Walmart for $16, so highly recommend.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to Wally World.
Well, actually, should I be
Oh,
encouraging you to do that when one of the things we're going to talk about today literally made me question my entire existence of purchasing
yeah.
things?
Yeah, that's true.
So I take that back. I de-influence the Walmart blow up Christmas
She
decoration.
takes back everything from yesterday. Well, don't take it
No, I
back.
literally,
It's not
I
going
was
anywhere but waste.
Well, and that's how okay, so wait, let's start. So we're just yapping today. We have some things we'll talk about that we have watched, some things that are coming up that we're excited about. We had a question come in from a social media manager or aspiring social media manager that we want to touch on a little bit. So we'll be like all over in this episode, but just follow the bouncing ball.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to talk about at least the first half, what you saw of Buy Now, the shopping conspiracies. It was not what I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be very different. And it's basically like these big marketing and strategy people from Adidas and Amazon and Apple, like just talking about all of the sketchy shit that these businesses do to get you to buy more stuff. And It's insane. Like, it
It's
actually
insane.
made me feel like a piece of shit. It made me feel like I was read like a book. Like, I just when they said, like, "Do you need another one of these when you already have one?" I was like, I know that's, like, so simple and, like, sounds so dumb, but I was like, "Oh my god, I don't need another water bottle. Like, I have a Stanley and a Simple Modern. What do I need any other
Yeah.
cup in my life for?" Like, so it really made me feel really bad about myself. But I wrote down these numbers because it was fucking insane to me. So, Gap produces
Oh, that was
12,000
wild.
new items a year. Not how many items are they selling and creating and distributing. On their website, they add 12,000 new products every year. H&M adds 35,000 a year, Zara adds 36,000 a year, and Shein adds 1.3 million a year. Like,
It's disgusting.
that's
And
not
they even said those numbers are probably more. Like,
he
they're
said he
probably
thinks
not
they're, like,
even.
very underreported.
Yes.
It's
Oh my
just
god.
insane because and they brought up, like, a really good point being, like, it used to be, like, you log into, like, Abercrombie.com. Okay, they have 20 shirts and 20 pairs of pants, like, that's what they have for the next 6 months. Now it's, like, every
Yeah.
week they're adding something new. They're
Yeah.
doing collabs with influencers. They're adding just different like, it's just constant, and you have to do that to stay relevant,
Yeah.
but it's clearly costing, like, the earth. And that's not to say I didn't think about any of this before, but, like, they
Right.
show a lot of pictures and, like it's like
Videos.
visualize 15,000 pieces of clothing and you're like, "Holy shit." Like,
Yeah.
that's
Bad.
so unnecessary.
Mhm.
But they talked a lot about how, like, Amazon did a ton of, like, A/B testing in the beginning to see, like, what worked best to get people to buy. Like, if they put free shipping in a certain color for one person, they'll put it in a different color for another person. And another one that was crazy to me is 13 million cell phones are thrown away every day. Every day.
Mhm.
What are we doing? Like, it physically made me feel so bad about myself. Like, I wasn't really expecting to feel as bad about myself as I did, but I was like, this is like, I contribute to this. Like, I very much contribute to this. And they talked a lot about, like, so if you only watched the first half, you might not have got to the part where they talk about where they dump everything.
I think they were talking about a few of the parts I got to was, like, the landfills, but it's if you even if you think you're recycling,
You're
they're
not.
like, it's greenwashing, like, it's just gonna get
Mhm.
buried
Yeah.
or burned, no matter where or the extra step you take to, like, go take it
Mhm.
to, like, a recycling center, everything goes to the same place. That's, like, the
Yeah.
part I remember, but I didn't
Yeah.
get to the rest of it. I think we had, like, 30 minutes left.
So there's not really, like, spoilers or anything, so I'll
Yeah.
just say it. Like, basically what they do is they take all of this stuff and they go dump it in Ghana. Like, Ghana is the country that all of this stuff goes to, and every week, the United States, yes, bitch, quit your overconsumption. Every week, around the world to Ghana, 15 million pieces of clothing are dumped there every week. There are 30 million people that live in Ghana. So every week, we are doubling their population in items of clothing that are being dumped in their country. And it's literally just dumped on their beaches. Like, this girl's on there being like, "Can you guys please stop? Like, we are running out of space in our country."
Why is it there? Like, who decided that it was.
I have no idea. They might have said it in there and I just didn't catch it.
But yeah, it's like, where do you think everything goes? It just vanishes? It just evaporates? Like,
And the only solution is to stop. Like, the only solution is for Zara and H&M and Shein and all them to stop making so many products, but obviously, why
they're
would they
not to.
do that?
Yeah.
And then
Unless there's
something else in it,
actual, like, laws in place to follow, and it's just I don't see it stopping, unfortunately, and, like, we
no.
can all do our part, obviously, and I think the more people are aware of this and, like,
Mhm.
educating themselves and realizing that they are contributing to the overconsumption of everything. I mean, I just listened to a
Mhm.
podcast recently, and it was just talking about, like, money, and for somebody that's, like, just randomly buy something on a Tuesday just because they wanted something, like, not even thinking twice about
Mhm.
something, like, on Amazon. You're kind of they did this, like, example of a conveyor belt, and how can we make this the most easiest thing possible to get something to you, and you're just
Mhm.
laying in bed and you're scrolling, and you almost wanna think of it like a conveyor belt is just coming to you and lands right in your lap, and that's exactly how Amazon works,
Mhm.
and it is crazy to think about, and now I feel like since even just listening to the podcast, but watching this too, I think helps, is just asking myself every time, like,
Yes.
do I need this, or, like,
Mhm.
what is this going to bring for me? Because a piece of clothing, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be, like, nice in the moment, and I'm gonna get a new top, and it's, like, cute or whatever, but what is it adding to my life?
Mhm.
Nothing. I'm like, buying food, buying groceries, I'm like, "Okay, that's adding, like, to my health and, like,
Right.
keeping me fed," and, like,
You,
that's
like, physically
necessary.
need that to
You
live.
need that.
Like,
And,
it's
like,
not a necessity. It's not,
no.
and like you said, like, right now, if I had to go to a wedding, if I had to go to a funeral, if I had to go to, like, a celebrate like, any type of event that I needed to go to, I have something in my home that I could wear to that event.
Mhm.
But for some reason, my brain is like, "Nope,
It's
can't be
new.
that. Has
Yeah.
to be new." Not all the time, I'm not that bad about it, but, like, I mean, I know people that are way worse than you and I, but,
Oh,
like,
yes.
I my brain also justifies that, where I'm like, "Oh,
Mhm.
a new shirt, like, I'll totally wear this all the time," and it's like, "Well, what about the last shirt that I bought that I swore I would wear all the time and I've worn once?"
Yeah.
Like, it just never stops, and it, like, gave me such
Mhm.
bad anxiety. I really wasn't expecting to, like, feel the way that I
Yeah.
did after watching this. Because I thought it was gonna be more about, like, them talking about, like, the sketchy tactics that they do to get people to buy more, which they did, but I didn't expect to be as, like, touched by the waste part as I
Yeah.
was, and
It's
exactly like you said, like, I mean, I only watched it last night, but, like, I can feel myself starting to be, like, looking at stuff I have in my Amazon cart, and I'm like, like, I really don't need that."
yeah.
And I'm hoping that this will help me make better choices moving forward. Again, I don't think I'm, like, anything crazy, but, like, even looking around, like, I have pictures up on the wall that, like, yeah, make my house look nice, but, like, what happens with that when I'm done with it? It just goes and sits in a landfill somewhere? Like, that's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, and even the stuff that doesn't they don't end up selling because moving at this fast of a pace and having to get new things all the time and not selling out of the old things, like, they
Mhm,
just take all of this stuff that's valued at, like, hundreds of dollars, and then they just light it on fire because it's cheaper for them to do that than it is
mhm,
for them to, like, go and give it out to the communities. I mean, it made me,
mhm,
like, actually angry and sad to see how many employees from, like, Panda Express, or, like,
mhm.
even, like, luxury brands, like, there was, like, Louis Vuitton, I think, and or no,
I think it
Michael
was
Kors,
both.
and how they
Yeah.
had to, like, slight the employees have to, like, cut everything so then it's
So
not resold, it's not, like, taken. I'm like, that could help so many people, like,
Mhm,
especially, like, the homeless, or, like, women's shelters, like, things like
mhm.
that especially food, and there was so much waste, like, the bagels that they would throw out the day before
The
they
day before.
expired, and this one woman that just, like, goes through and shows you everything that companies are throwing out. It just is sad. It's so sad that they can't even go the extra step to, like, help those in need and just get
Mhm.
rid of it instead.
Or the ones that do, like, the H&M project, they're not really recycling it in a way that it's properly recycled, but there's also, like, not really any proper way to recycle stuff, like, at this volume, but okay,
Mhm.
so watching that part unlocked a part of my brain, like, a memory that I completely forgot ever existed. So when I was in college, I worked at Aeropostale for 6 months, and our managers had to do that. When we pulled old collections off of the shelves, they had to sit there with scissors and cut lines up and down the shirts, and I don't know if I just at the time never really understood like why they were doing that, but looking back now, I'm like, "Oh, they were obviously doing that so people didn't steal it out of the dumpsters outside because that's what they would
Mhm.
do with all of these clothes." And yeah, that was I literally was like, "Oh my god," like it like clicked for me. I was like,
Yeah, that's
they were
crazy.
destroying that stuff. Like it just never even crossed my mind, which is like horrible. But I've definitely heard of Bath and Body Works doing this because there's a girl on TikTok that goes and dumpster dives for them and then sells them on live. And I think it's so funny.
Oh my god. That's funny. Honestly, good for her.
I know. I mean, that's so you got to that part. I think her name was like the trash walker or
Yeah,
something. And her
yeah.
whole TikTok page is just walking around, like exposing people basically. Love that for
Mhm.
her. Like, thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
And she's like, "I feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg too."
It
And
has to
just
be.
yeah,
Yep.
awful. But yeah,
Mhm.
just think twice about the
Your next
purchases you're
purchase.
making and if it's actually something that's necessary or is it just something that like you want in the moment and then you're on to the next thing and like I get the like instant gratification and like the joy you get of just opening a package like I'm a
Mhm.
girl, I get it. Like
I'm
I
just
know
a
the
girl. I
feeling.
get it.
But yeah, I think lately just in like financial purposes of like wanting to save money right now and like
Mhm.
just looking at all my expenses and ever since I started being like, "Do I really need that?" Like, "Okay, it's on sale, but, like, do I need another top in this color? Do I need another pair of jeans?" Like, I don't. I have a whole drawer of, like, 10. Like,
Mhm.
why do we feel like we always need something? And it's because, again, I think it's on these companies as well, not just on us, but, like, we
Yeah.
are being sold to 24/7, like,
Mhm.
all we're all we're seeing online, like, around our friends, on
Mhm.
billboards is how we need something. We need something. Like, you don't fucking need anything besides, like, a roof over your head and food and some clothes. Like, we don't
Literally.
need anything. We can want things, but I think it's, like, just thinking
Mhm.
about if it's actually going to add value to your life and if it's
Mhm.
important to you, but we have a tendency to justify everything, and I think we need to stop that for sure.
Mhm. Yeah. 'Cause I mean, obviously it's to a point like if you're spending money that you don't have to get things that you want, like that's obviously its own
Right.
issue in itself. Like our spending as people is a little absurd, I think, for 90% of people. But it's again, I just never thought before I watched this, like I really didn't think that much about what happens to our stuff after. And
Yeah.
you do just kind of, want to think the best and, you hear, "Oh, we're doing like this project and we're donating this and we're doing that," and you want to believe that, but it's exactly like you said, greenwashing. Like any company can say they recycle. Any company can say they're all organic. Any company like there's so many
And then they're not
loopholes.
even recyclable. Like, that woman was
Right.
showing, like, all the brands, like, in the grocery store that say they're recyclable, and she's like,
Mhm.
"This tin, not recyclable. This, not
Yep.
recyclable." And they just put it on there, which is so
Mhm.
wild. Like,
Yep.
it's just to make them look better to
Mhm. Or
consumers.
something that and this might be like a little it's again, there's no like spoilers or anything in this, so I feel bad if I'm saying something that you haven't seen yet, but there's a part where they're talking about like Shein basically and just how horrible it is just as an entirety and I have a lot of things that I want to say about it because I it first of all bothers me because 90% of the stuff on Shein is also sold on Amazon and TikTok Shop. So
Yeah,
just because you're not purchasing from Shein doesn't mean you're not also supporting like the horrible parts of it. But
right.
a lot of what like fast fashion is made of is polyester, like super cheap material. So I didn't know this, had no clue. I don't know stuff like this. I don't think about stuff like this. And hearing this, I was like, ew. So polyester is a material that's made from oil. So when you wash polyester, little particles of those plastics and of the oil come out into the water and go back into our water system. So we basically by wearing and washing and using fast fashion are like directly polluting our water system. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Like
I had
it
no idea. I
me
always
either.
knew about, like, the material of clothes
Yeah,
and how
and
it's bad to wear them, like,
mhm.
just, like, on your body, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that at
No,
all.
me either.
Yeah, we're just like all a part of it. Like, we're all contributing to it, and it's like, as much
Mhm.
as you think it doesn't affect you or your neighbor, it does, and
Mhm.
it just sucks. Like, another reason why I'm like, this world and bringing children into this world,
I
I'm like,
know.
"Oh my god," like, we're
Mhm.
barely hanging on over here.
This podcast is brought to you by the Social Media Manager Business Blueprint. Just fucking kidding. But if you want to build a profitable and attainable social media management business without breaking the bank, we've got you. Download our 25-day business blueprint linked in the show notes below and get ready to become the social media manager and business owner that you've always dreamed of. Okay, back to the episode.
Anyway, so highly recommend that. Also go into it with an open mind because you're going to learn a lot. And I think if you have any sort of conscience, you're going to come out of it feeling a little bad about some of your recent purchases. And maybe it will help you to question
Yeah,
some purchases moving forward. And
yeah.
if you've always been like this, props to you because I don't know. I mean,
I
I've
don't
always thought about like the effects of stuff like that, but just seeing what they show you really was like, ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I think just visually trying to picture that,
Mhm.
it's wild.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, gonna finish that tonight
Okay.
and never buy
Amazing.
anything again.
No, I know. I'm like, and I told you, I'm like, an Amazon package literally got delivered for me while I was watching this. And I was like, I am such a piece of shit. But it
Yeah,
was weird because like I brought the box inside and I'm like, every part of me wants to just like ship this back and be like, you're right. I overconsumed. I shouldn't have purchased this stuff. But then I start thinking about it and I'm like, well, say it gets returned to Amazon and they don't deem it enough to like go to somebody else. They send it to a landfill. Maybe somebody else buys
yeah,
it, uses it for a month. Or like no matter who has it, it's gonna end up in the same place.
and
So
genuinely,
I
I
was like,
don't think that they ever even, like, give it to somebody else.
There's no way.
I really don't think so, because the stuff you get, the way you get it, it's, like, all, like, I don't know, like, brand new and vacuum sealed, and, like,
Mhm.
I just don't think that it goes to somebody else. I genuinely think they just dispose of it because
Mhm.
it's easier to do that than it is to, like, clean the product and, like,
Right.
then ship it out to somebody else, like,
Mhm.
I mean, there's a reason why if you were, like, on Amazon and you're like, "Oh, something's wrong with my package," or, like, "Something didn't get delivered," they'll just refund you, like, they don't
Mhm.
even care to have you send it back because it's more work for them, and they have,
Mhm.
like, AI robots now that are just doing the chat, so
Mhm.
anytime there's a problem, that just deals with it because it's cheaper for them to just do it that way, and it's
Mhm.
so much waste because then people will end up dumping it to recycling, and it's
Mhm.
never recycled. It's a whole cycle, I
Yes.
think.
The only time Amazon ever tried to make me send something back that I was like, "Hey, there's an issue with this," was a 7-foot tall mirror that came shattered. I'm like, "I'm not
How do I
wrapping
send that
this
back?
back up." First of
Oh
all, it
my
doesn't fit
god.
in my car. Second of all, I'm not shipping you shattered
Yeah,
glass.
what? That's
They
insane.
I know.
Walmart just tried to do that to us because we got the new coffee table. Here we go,
Mhm.
buying new stuff,
I
but
know. I'm like,
ours was literally 10 years old. We used Taylor's old coffee table from, I don't even know, college for so long. So got one on Walmart and it came scratched. And they were like, okay, you can just send it back to us and we'll ship you a new one. I'm like, I just spent all that time. First of all, the waste of the fucking cardboard and it's broken down already. And then building the table and then unbuilt, like unscrewing everything, redoing it, getting a new box, shipping it
mhm.
back to you, and then getting a new one. I'm like, is that really the most efficient, like,
Well, yeah, but
waste of
like
our time?
because then you send back yours with the one
Yeah.
defective piece and the rest of the good pieces just also get like disposed with it
Right, I'm
instead
like,
of
"What are you gonna
them
do
just
with the
sending you a
scratched?"
new
Yeah. I'm like,
piece
"You
that was
really can't."
scratched.
I don't know, it was so they gave me, like, $20 gift card, I'm like, "Sweet.
Thanks.
Thanks." Like, "Thanks."
Anyway, highly
Yeah.
recommend. Let's move on
Mhm.
to something a little less depressing. I don't
Yeah.
know what, but something.
Um, what's a nonsense Christmas? That'll be out by the time this episode is coming out.
Yeah, so that comes out. It'll come out this past Friday from when this episode comes out. It's Sabrina Carpenter's Christmas special.
Oh, cute.
She is singing. It's like an hour and a half long. She's singing. There's like little skits. It's gonna have a bunch of like guests. Like I know off the top of my head, I know Shania Twain, Chappell Roan, a couple of other people. I'm fucking pumped about it. But also crazy, did you see that her and Barry are like taking a break and
Mhm.
he
Allegedly
supposedly
cheated.
allegedly okay, but did you
He's been
see the
cheating?
girl? Did you see the girl reposting stuff?
No.
Okay. This is all very alleged. I'm like 4 hours fresh of finding this TikTok,
I
so
didn't see her
who
post,
knows?
but I saw, like, videos of allegedly he's been cheating on her the whole time,
Mhm.
but I
So,
didn't.
allegedly, he was caught with this influencer named Brecky Hill. If you go to her TikTok right now and go to her reposts, she is reposting all of the people that are being like, "Breaking news, Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keaton have called it quits." Like, that he was allegedly hanging out with influencers, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of the stuff that's saying, like, he cheated on her with this Brecky Hill
She's
girl, the Brecky Hill
reposting?
girl is reposting.
How the hell
Like,
do I spell that? Brecky?
it's like Brekkie, I think. But then it's weird because like all of her other reposts are like really weird. Like really, really strange behavior. And if you watch some of her TikToks, like it's like unsettling almost. I don't know what it is, but I don't
Okay,
know.
all of her reposts are with this, like, dirt bike. What the hell? Oh, hold
I
on.
know. Isn't that weird?
I mean, it's hilarious she's reposting, but, like, you're
Well, I know, but I'm like, are you doing that because you think it's funny and it's not
yeah.
true? Or are you doing that to be messy? Because from what I gathered, again, I've only seen a couple TikToks about it. Apparently, she just does stuff like this. So there's a very strong chance that she might just be reposting it to be like fueling the rumors to keep
Yeah.
herself relevant
Why does
in
she
the
repost
same.
all this fucking biker
I
videos?
have no idea. I was like, this is so weird.
Okay. Well, yeah, I did see all that stuff though.
So, yeah, that's super sad, but I'm excited for her Christmas special on Friday last week.
That'll be nice.
I'm just excited for Chaperone and Shania Twain. I think that's like super cool.
Yeah. Shania seems like she's normal again.
Mhm. I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll sing
Some of those
Man.
concerts, I was like, "Wow, you're looking interesting and sounding interesting." And people I know that went were like, it was like not good.
Not the vibe.
She was not okay. Yeah. What else is coming out? Oh, Avicii documentary. I'm very excited for that.
Mhm. Yeah, you're pumped.
Yes. That will
But
be
it's 2, so I think it's
everyone.
2 different things, right? So there's a documentary, but then they're also doing like a concert movie. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't see the concert movie. No.
I think it's called My Last Show, I think.
Let me see.
Or is that old? Wait, this is showing up on Netflix.
Is it like his last
Yeah,
performance?
it's called Great. Oh, yeah, so this is old. No, it says 2024. It's coming out. So it says on August 28th, 2016, Tim Berglund, better known as Avicii, graced the stage of Ushuaia nightclub in Ibiza
Ushuaia.
for what would be his final performance. So I think
Yeah.
it's literally like a movie about his last performance. But then there's also the documentary about him, right?
So it says the film will present a look into his life featuring never before seen footage and interviews with Tim as the narrator. In addition to the documentary, they
Oh,
will also premiere his last show, offering fans a chance to relive his final performance. Yeah. Okay. So it maybe sounds like he was already doing a documentary before he
yeah.
passed. And because it says it's narrated by him,
Yeah, that's crazy.
unless it's AI or something. But yeah, I mean, everything just says this is a film where Tim himself is the narrator and he shares his inner self in a way we haven't heard before. Through himself and everyone close to him, family, artists, colleagues, and best friends, we get to know Tim, the boy behind Avicii, for the first time. I'm pumped about that.
Yeah, wow.
Mark's so excited.
Yeah. I know I saw that and I was like, you guys. I mean, I like Avicii, but I know you guys obviously have like way more of a connection with it than
was supposed to go. He had to get his appendix removed. Never will get to see him.
Yeah, that'll be cute. And then you watched the Lindsay Lohan movie.
Yes, it was, what was it called? A Secret Christmas or something? Our Little Secret with Lindsay Lohan and what's his name? Ian Harding from Pretty Little Liars. I mean, even like Kristen Chenoweth or whatever her name is, she was in it. She's the OG. We can get into this after, but she's the OG Linda.
My heart just started racing.
I know. So she was in it. She played the mom, and she's the one that had the dog that was named Veronica. And I was
that's so funny.
It was so funny. Yeah, it was really good. I just love Lindsay Lohan and her
Yeah.
little Christmas movie era, like last
But yeah,
year.
so it's a Christmas movie, right?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Christmas movie, and it's basically like her and this guy were together. He proposed. She said no because she was moving away. Then, like 10 years go by. She starts dating this guy. He starts dating this girl. The girl and the guy are siblings. So they're spending the holidays together, Christmas. So they show up and see each other and basically make a pact not to tell anyone and just like play it cool. And then throughout the movie, they're like stuck doing stuff together and just like, you know, the typical like the exes. And I feel like you can just see they're still in love and whatever.
I
It
love
was
Ian
cute.
Harding.
Me too. He was great. And I feel like he hasn't aged. Neither
Yeah,
has
no,
she.
I'm just looking at the cover here and he literally looks like this could be a Pretty Little Liars like
Yes.
poster.
Yeah, I'm like, they're all doing something.
I'm
because-
also like, I literally just Googled like Lindsay Lohan movies when we started talking about it and am looking at like a list of everything she's been in. And there are so many things I forgot about that she was in that are so good. Like, have you ever watched Georgia Rule with her
so.
and Felicity Huffman? And it's like a mom, a daughter, and a granddaughter. It's a really, really cute movie.
This looks familiar.
And then she had that movie Just My Luck and Get a Clue. I completely forgot about those.
Wait, I want to watch this. This looks cute.
Georgia Rule, it's so cute. I
Yeah.
completely forgot about it until it just came up here.
Cute. What the hell is labor pains? I've never seen that.
So I also just saw that on here. I was like, I've never heard of that or seen that. Also, throwback to when Lindsay Lohan was in Herbie Fully Loaded.
Oh my god. Wait, what? On the brink of losing her job, a secretary makes a desperate attempt to avoid the sack and falsely announces that she's pregnant. Fearing a discrimination lawsuit, her horrified boss spares her. However, our protagonist must now convince everyone in her life that she's expecting. Sporting a fake pregnancy bump, she finds that her new condition comes with a lot of benefits, including popularity and promotions. Wait, that seems funny.
Wait, this is actually really funny.
I want to watch that. Okay, on my list to watch,
I know,
two
same.
Lindsay Lohan movies. Not new.
Well, also, have you ever heard of Chapter 27?
Mm-mm.
It's her and Jared Leto. It looks like thriller almost.
Ooh.
Actually, have you ever watched I Know Who Killed Me? That's a thriller that she's in. That one's really, I mean, good is a stretch, but I just like her in stuff.
No, I did not see this either.
Yeah, there's so many that I forgot about.
I did watch Irish Wish last Christmas.
Oh, I saw that on here too. I was going to ask you because I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it was really good and cute. I just love
I
Lindsay.
watched Falling for Christmas because that was like her first one coming back.
Oh, I watched that too. Yeah, that one was
That
good.
was a few years ago. Yeah, I remember that one.
I really want to watch The Christmas Gentleman. It's like about the oh my god, it's with Chad Michael Murray.
What?
You didn't see this? Hold on. The Merry Gentleman. To save her parents' small town performing venue, a former big city dancer decides to stage an all-male Christmas-themed venue.
Wait, this is so funny. I never heard of
It's
this.
totally cowboy-esque.
No, I was just gonna say it's Christmas Cowboy Burlesque. That's so
Yeah.
funny. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Chad Michael Murray. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
he
literally
looks the
never.
same too. I'm like, "What the hell are you people doing? Like,
Yeah,
drinking blood?
yeah, probably injecting blood of sacrifices,
Children?" They
allegedly.
have to be
We take that back.
allegedly.
Yeah, lots of cute, Lindsay
So, yeah,
Lohan ones,
lots
lots
of
of cute Christmas ones.
mhm. I just started a new show called Rivals on Hulu. Bella actually told me to watch it, and I don't really understand yet the, like, what's
Oh, hold on.
happening,
I just pulled up
but
a description of it.
it's set against the backdrop of the drama, excess, and shocking antics of the power-grabbing social elite of 1980s England. Rivals delves headfirst into the ruthless world of independent television in 1986. The original 8-part blockbuster is based on the iconic novel by Dane Gilly Cooper, packed full of romance, entanglements, dastardly deals, sex, and wit. I don't know. I'm giving it a shot.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
Love that.
I'd just be watching just to watch.
Yeah, no, I've never even heard of it.
Me either. Bella's like, it's so good. It's steamy. I'm like, okay.
I trust her opinion.
Yeah. I don't know how to cross that out. I'm.
I got you.
How do you do that?
Shit. Hold on, I have to look at the keyboard. Shift Command X.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, lots of fun Lindsay Lohan and Christmas movies coming. Oh,
Mhm.
wait, did you see I put on here It Ends With Us is getting added to Netflix next week. Well, technically it'll be the day that this comes out, this episode.
Wow. Yeah.
That's so
I feel like
fast,
everyone
I feel
forgot
like.
about that so quick.
I know. I still haven't seen it, so I'm excited for
Oh,
it
you
to.
haven't?
We never ended up going.
Fucking Blake Lively. I can't.
Mhm.
Used to like her. But she's a snob.
Oh,
And
yeah, I like don't love a lot of what she's been doing.
completely missed the mark of what the movies or the books about.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. It
It could have
it
been
wasn't
different.
yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting or like who I was expecting. Like I don't know, with her being Lily, I just didn't really see that.
Mhm.
Like I saw somebody like what's her name? Like I would have loved to see Theo James as Ryle, but I would have loved Abigail Cohen.
I don't know who any of these people are, but
Hold
I
on.
agree with you that Blake Lively was not, I don't think, the correct cast of actress for Lily. I also don't like how much, I mean, I obviously haven't seen it. I just see all of it on TikTok. I don't like how much was changed about
Mhm.
a lot of it, and like specifically like her clothes.
I
Like
could
just
totally see him being Ryle as well.
okay, yes. Yeah, I
Alex.
need faces. I don't know who people
Mhm.
are.
And then like this girl, Holland Roden, like I could have totally seen her.
Mhm.
Could totally see her be Blake Lively
Yeah.
or be Blake Lively, be Lily.
I think
And then
Blake Lively
this
could
is
have.
Theo James.
So you think that should have been?
I could see that being Ryle.
Yeah. I think Blake Lively could have done really well. I think they just made her look.
Her being Lily.
Yes.
Or sorry,
Mhm.
Alyssa. I'm screwing everything up. Lily Collins being Alyssa. Could see that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I think Justin Baldoni did a great job though, but
Mhm.
it's yeah, I don't know, not the cast that I would envision, and apparently all of TikTok either.
Agreed. Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel bad like thinking that, but like literally everybody also
Yeah.
feels that way. So
And I get like the whole thing where Colleen was like, "Well, I wanted to age them," but I'm like,
yeah.
"Why? It's not what the book was."
Mhm.
But I am excited because I just saw that Anne Hathaway is cast as Verity. Did you read Verity?
No, I didn't, but my sister's obsessed with it.
Verity was really, really good. Such a
Yeah.
plot twist, and Anne
Mhm.
Hathaway was casted, and I'm so excited for that. I think
Slay.
she's really gonna
I love her.
bring Verity to life because
Mhm.
so many people are like, Blake Lively should have been Verity, which I could see as well, but I'm just done with her, so I'm glad that
Mhm.
it's not her.
Yeah, I'm a little over her. Well,
Mormon Wives, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives got renewed,
mhm.
so that's
All
good.
I know about it. And
Yeah,
there's drama again. Taylor, have
I know,
you
of
seen
course.
Taylor Frankie Paul's
Yes.
latest TikToks?
Mhm.
The original swinger girl came out and said that she didn't want to do that and didn't ask for that and had no interest in it. And Taylor Frankie Paul said, "Okay, here are the screenshots, and
Mhm.
here are our messages, and here are videos of us making out."
Mhm.
Um, her and Dakota are on and off like 6 times in the last 6
Yeah,
months.
it's what's normal.
So, I'm curious if
And then
season 2 will.
Demi, people aren't liking Demi anymore, which I really liked her, and now
Wait,
she's
why?
starting all this drama because she's, like, hating on Taylor now. Like, her and Taylor have beef
Oh,
now. Oh, yeah, and she's because everyone's like, Demi is trying to be, like, the top, like,
yeah,
leader of Mom Talk when Taylor's the one that literally started all
started
of
it.
it. Yeah,
I know I
and
stand on that. I
she's
think
just kinda
Taylor
like
Frankie Paul did.
she did though, like, she
Yeah.
literally started creating those videos and then bringing in
Mhm.
her friends.
Yep.
Like, it literally would not exist without her.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, she's just, like, picking battles for no reason now with Taylor, and people are seeing that now. They're like, "Okay, like, you can stop now, like, it's getting old." And they're like, "Do you think this is just for the plot, or, like, are they just doing
Right.
this?" And they came out and said that, like, it's not because 'cause they're not allowed to talk about anything or any plot on
Mhm.
social media until it comes out.
Hmm.
So,
So this is
that's
real.
yeah, so they're like, "Everything is real."
Damn.
I don't know,
Well,
it's just stupid drama, though.
yeah, it's literally all so dumb in the grand
I feel
scheme
like
of
they could be
things,
doing
but
it on purpose to, like, get people hyped to watch season
yeah.
2 just to see what happens.
Mhm.
Reality TV, that's obviously what keeps people watching is
Mhm.
drama.
Right.
So, we'll see.
So, I don't know. I'll tune in, but yeah, I
Yeah,
think a lot of it it's like petty bullshit. I mean, it's the same thing like in the grand scheme of things, like how much does this really benefit anybody?
right.
But it's something for me to not think about how our world is currently being polluted by 15 million pieces of clothing a week. So I need something to get my mind off of that.
I know.
Oh, can we talk about Wicked?
Yes!
I've been
Please, can we talk
dying.
about Wicked?
So this is a
I'm
Wicked fan
tingling.
account now. I don't
I'm
even
like,
know what to say. I mean, it was insane. It
it
was
wasn't
beautiful.
I
It
was
was
yeah,
amazing.
I was not expecting what it
Me
was. Like,
either.
I was like, "I'm not seeing this." Like, I'm not a musical theater person, like,
Same.
I'm not doing this. The only thing I've seen in theater was Beetlejuice, like,
Mhm.
on Broadway, and I didn't know the story of
Mhm.
Wicked or, um, The Wizard of Oz. Like, I just knew as a kid, like, watching that, but I don't
Yeah,
know the
that's
story. I didn't even
no.
know Wicked was connected. I had no idea. I'm like, "Oh, is this just like a play?" I don't know.
Right.
Oh my god.
I know.
Watching it, like, I was sobbing
I
basically the
bawled.
entire movie.
Bawled through the whole thing. Bawled through the whole thing. And
Literally, it
yeah, I
was,
mean,
like,
I
so
also knew
emotional.
the only thing I knew about Wicked beforehand was that it was the story of the witches before. Like, I knew it was them going to college because I remember being like, how the fuck did witch college exist in the same world as Wizard of Oz? But I
Yeah,
had no idea that it was like so
yeah,
connected and that there was so much lore and that there were so many like yeah, I don't even know what to say. And it sucks because I feel like I've even said on here like I've lost a little bit of respect for Ariana Grande over the last few years just because she doesn't seem like the biggest girl's girl. She licked the fucking donut. I know everybody's stuck on that, but like obviously just did some things where it's like don't love that, but she is insanely
yeah,
talented. Like it's like not even fair for her to exist in this world. Like her mannerisms, her jokes. I said this to you. I'm so convinced she's going to go on SNL like as a permanent guest or like host spot because she is so funny.
yeah,
Like every movement that she does is perfect. Her pauses on things, the way that she says certain things, like she was literally meant for this role. And I loved um like seeing all of the stuff that came out about how like they tried to like change certain lines in the movie or like change the color of something, and Ariana was like, no, like that is not how it is in the original Wicked. Like we are not changing that. Like she loves Wicked so much that she was only willing to work on the project if it was like fully like paying homage to the original Wicked. Like she said that it was proposed to her that Popular was a little bit more like poppy, and she was like, no, like I'm not singing a pop for which is weird because she does have a pop version of Popular, but it's insane. I was not expecting it to be so beautiful and sad, and
Mhm.
the end, like I can't stop singing the songs. I
Do the
have
riff.
watched no. I'm not warmed up.
I was doing it the other night.
Oh, I do it all the time. I walk around my house doing it all the time. That or there's like 3 sections of Popular that I just go over and over and over. It's so bad. Like literally, did
The other
they
night.
have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular. Right. Like I literally just walk around all day
So
saying that.
good.
It's so sad.
It was so good, and Jonathan Bailey,
Oh,
when
so
he
good.
started, I
So
love him,
good.
and
Mhm.
him dancing through life, or how does it go?
Dancing through life. Wait,
Yeah,
so okay, so this is
so
where I
good.
was texting you like all this stuff. So I went down like really, really, really far rabbit holes on this and went through like an entire list of like all the ways it's connected to Wizard of Oz. And then we both started like diving on it. I'm like, isn't this crazy? Like, look at this. I don't believe this. So just like a couple like random things from the movie that blow my mind every time I think about it. So him in that dancing scene, that's not like CGI. Like he's actually like stepping on the books and like sliding them apart and like flip, like that's insane to me that
Oh,
they
and the
didn't just
tulips? How about the fucking tulips
all of it.
that they
Yeah.
planted, like, what
Yeah,
was
that
it,
was real. Yes.
9,000 or how
It
many,
was like
like, thousand,
millions.
yeah, it was, like,
Yeah.
a lot of fucking tulips because they wanted it to be as real as possible.
Yes. Ariana and Cynthia did all of their own stunts and
Yeah,
sang live. Like it wasn't like they recorded the song and then put it over the movie. Like what when you see them being recorded, it's actually them
that's
singing.
crazy.
It
Wow.
is insane. I love Cynthia Erivo. Okay, wait, we have to talk about the like dramatic of their interviews because we keep sending them to each other and like sometimes I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so cute. It just made me cry." And
Yeah,
other times I'm like, "Gag me." Like why are they
yeah.
like
It's
making
just
out? But it's I keep seeing stuff that's like we need to give them grace because they're literally just theater kids that got their dream role and like that's what I keep thinking of. I'm like, I also would probably be bawling if we worked on something secretly for 3 years and could all of a sudden talk
mhm,
about it. Like, it's extreme. I bawled just watching it. I'm
I
like, "No
know.
wonder they're crying the whole time."
I just think there's
A line.
yeah, like, in some of them, it's literally they'll be saying, like,
Wiping her tears.
the littlest thing, and they just start sobbing and holding
Mm.
each other and, like, the finger hold, and I'm like, "Okay, like, is this just a little much?" Like, they didn't even say any the finger hold, like, they didn't even say anything that's, like,
No, they said
emotional
they
or
that was the girl that's like, "So a lot of people this week have been holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity," and Ariana's hand just, like, creeps over and, like, picks her finger.
I can't with the
So
finger.
funny.
And then on the Drew Barrymore show,
Oh god, she was
how
in
her and Drew were like
heaven. But that was one that, like, I thought was so sweet. So Drew Barrymore had the original Wizard of Oz Glinda wand
mhm.
brought in for Ariana Grande to, like, hold,
Yeah, that was so
and
cute.
it was so cute. Yeah, I love that, like, I do love them, and I'm not, like, making fun of them or anything. It's just, like, I
I
couldn't imagine, like, sitting there wiping your tears away. Like, I love you so
I'm
much,
making
but,
fun
like,
of them.
I couldn't imagine being like
No, some I'm just like, "Okay, like, this is a little much," but I
but, like, you do
understand, like,
you,
the
boo.
emotion because obviously it
Mhm,
is very emotional and, like, a
mhm.
huge message, and I get that, and especially
Mhm.
working on something for that long. I mean, even
Yeah.
the auditions, like how Ariana said the auditions were 6 months just to
Yeah.
audition. So I get it, it's
Yeah.
so much work and, like
Mhm. Did you see the clip of when they told her that she was gonna be Glinda? She goes, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna take such good care of her." I'm
Yeah, that
like,
was cute.
"My
That was
heart,"
really
like,
cute.
you did. And so okay, wait, there's like
And
we're
I
talking about
loved
a
that
lot of
the original Glinda was in it.
I was just gonna say, so the original Glinda and the original Elphaba were in it, and how they kept that a secret is fucking insane.
I know.
Also, I'm gonna put like heavy spoiler alerts in the description of this episode because if you haven't seen Wicked, that's like a huge like reveal is that the original Broadway Glinda and Elphaba were in it.
Mhm.
Um, which is really funny because before all of this, I literally could not have ever told you who Kristen Chenoweth was. And all of a sudden, I look her up after watching this and I'm like, holy shit, she's been in like 500 movies that I've seen. Like, I
Oh,
literally just
yeah.
didn't even register who she was. And I texted my mom and sister and was like, do you guys know who
Really?
Kristen Chenoweth is? And they're like,
That's funny.
yeah. I was like, oh, I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, I've seen her she's in so much.
Yeah, I did not. And then Adina Menzel
But I
is
didn't know she
Elphaba.
was
No,
I didn't
me
know they
either. I
were
had
the
no
original
idea.
'cause I never watched Wicked or, like, knew anything, so I
Mm-mm.
didn't even know that she was the original.
Mhm.
So that was a cool little
That was
experience for
fun.
me.
Defying Gravity, I have
So good.
listened to the song on Spotify, but
Are you
also watched
holding space?
I'm holding space, I'm holding my mental state together, I'm holding physically myself because it, like, makes me so sad, like, I love it so much.
I
I just
know, and
love it.
I had to do a deep dive on the story, like, of chapter 2 because I don't know what's
Same.
happening. I'm like, "What is going
No,
on?" Like, I was so confused,
me too.
especially in
And
the beginning, the opening, I'm like, "She's dead, like, how did she die?" Because I don't remember
Mhm,
Wizard of Oz. I'm like, "It's been so
mhm,
long," and then I looked up chapter 2 and I'm like, "Oh, we're in for it." Like, it's gonna
yeah.
be insane.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying, like, we're not ready for how dark part 2 gets, but no, that really confused me too because I obviously know the story of Wizard of Oz, but it actually really scared me when I was a kid, so I
Mhm.
actually only think I've seen The Wizard of Oz, like, maybe once or twice because the monkeys and, like, just
Yeah.
everything about it, like, just freaked me out as a kid, but, like,
That
it
monkey scene
confused
was
me when it
really sad. Like, the monkey scene made me really
No,
sad when they were in
I
pain. I'm
know,
like,
I
I don't
know.
wanted to cry. I was like, "This is really sad."
It made me so sad. But I've also now dove into, like, the Broadway shows of it where it's, like, there's this girl named Jessica Vosk who plays Elphaba, and, like, she's like, I can't even explain to you how amazing she sounds. Like, it's I've never heard somebody sing that way. It's
Now I
just
feel like I have to
insane.
go see it on Broadway.
I literally have never wanted to do something more in my
Should
life.
we go to New York?
Yeah.
Roadie.
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, a road trip from you wouldn't be that long.
No. It's
I
like
could fly to you and we could drive
5
in.
5 hours, I think.
I
Yeah,
would drive that far to go see Wicked.
I would do
I
it
would
for
walk that far to go see Wicked.
your sign
I
to
just
watch it.
Yeah, this just was not it was not some I mean, I'm not gonna lie, their marketing got me, like, over the last
Yeah.
few weeks, like, their interviews and stuff and, like, the way that Ariana
Mhm.
Grande and Cynthia Erivo talked about it really made me be like, "Well, now I gotta
Okay.
see what the
What
hype
is
is."
this
Yeah,
about?
like,
Yeah,
what
why
the
are we
fuck?
so emotional?
Yeah, what literally, why is everybody crying? I had no
Mhm.
idea before now that that's where that Popular song came from, like,
Me either.
in in my head, Wicked was like The Wizard of Oz, where it's, like, older and, like, no technology and, like, set like you know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't expecting it to
Yeah.
be
I don't know what I thought it was.
I don't either. It was
Honest
not that.
I it wasn't even a thought. Like, I knew
No,
Wicked was
a
like,
thing.
a thing, but I didn't know what it was. I'm
I
like,
had no idea. I
I don't
literally
know.
knew it was about the Pink Witch and the Green Witch, and you know what's funny is this is how much I didn't remember. I thought Elphaba was the one that got crushed by the house. I didn't even
Me
know who
too.
Nessa Rose was. I
Me
literally
either.
was like, "Who the fuck is Nessa
I'm
Rose?"
like, "Who's the 3rd sister?" I'm confused.
Yeah, because then I'm like, "Well, wait, who's the witch of the East? Who's the witch of the West?
Came
Glinda's
down
the
in a
witch of the
bubble,
North."
Doug.
I'm like, "Who are these people?"
I also love that
And
Ariana did that Vine. She came down in a bubble, Doug.
oh, with, Jimmy
That was
Fallon.
so yeah, that was so
So
funny.
good.
Hilarious.
So good. Also, did you see the one TikTok that Ariana Grande posted and it's the, like them practicing the part where she's swinging around the chandelier, and
Yes.
she accidentally she added the Beyonce song, and she commented and she goes, "Whoa, I didn't mean to add the song." And did you see that? It's like, "Na na na, diva is the female version." And she
Because it, like,
commented and was like,
automatically does it.
yeah, and she was like, "I didn't mean to add the song." And then I don't remember what it was, but like another TikTok she posted, she commented and was like, "I did mean to add the song on this one."
Oh my god. That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. Ariana Grande just has crazy comedic timing, and like even
Yeah.
on SNL, like I'm not even like a huge SNL fan, but like I will always watch the ones that she's in because she's so funny.
Mhm.
Like I really just, and she even said in that one interview, she was like, I really, might be taking a break from music in the capacity that I was making music because I really want to focus on acting and comedy. And that's
Love
why I
that.
was like, I could see her becoming like a regular on
Yeah.
SNL because she's been on there a few times. So
Well,
I'm like,
Marcello's,
clearly,
like, fucking carrying it right now.
I
So,
know. I pray to God
Domingo.
Marcello and Sabrina Carpenter get together.
Oh my, can you imagine? They
Wait,
look
no, I saw a
good.
TikTok and it was like Sabrina Carpenter has the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now. It was like, Barry, who's your favorite athlete?
That's so funny.
I know. I feel so bad for her. That meant like, how do you have like the best year of your life tour? You're like this crazy breakout star and you still fumble the bag on Sabrina Carpenter. Somebody else in a
And you
TikTok
still
said,
embarrassed her.
still put, I know, I need her to like CGI him out of the music video.
Yeah. I'm like, that was pretty bold to have him in that.
Yeah, that's very bold. I saw somewhere on TikTok that like a comment or somebody made a video and they were like, I just know she's on the phone with Taylor Swift right now.
Oh my god. Probably.
I'm like, yeah, she's probably giving her some tips. But then I also saw a thing that was like Sabrina's trying not to like address it or talk about it because I guess she has a song coming out
I'm
soon
sure.
that's like inspired by Barry. Like it's like a sensual, steamy love
Mm.
song inspired by him. So she's trying to like,
She's bad.
have you ever
She's
tried
so
this
bad.
one?
Yeah,
I love her.
she's cute.
She is. She's
I
funny
literally
too. Like
yeah,
interviews
she
of
is
her.
funny.
She's hilarious.
I literally think I'm gonna watch Wicked, like, again.
Same. But like now I want like a Shiz sweatshirt. Like I want like
No,
a Shiz
literally.
crew.
I feel
And
like
you know what's
we would both be Alphaba.
definitely
Just aesthetic-wise, I don't think I'm as nice as her.
no. No.
Uh,
Definitely we are
I
Elphaba.
texted Gabby, I was like, "You're literally Glinda," and she's like,
No.
"Everyone at work has been saying that," and because she's been, like, singing all the stuff at work, and
Mhm.
I'm like she's like, "You're so Alphaba." I'm like, "I know, but I am not that nice."
No. I know,
I'm
and that's
nice,
like
but not that
again,
nice.
like there's so much to the story that like it's just insane. Like Glinda ends up being the not good one and like
Yeah,
Elphaba's the good one and like it's just
which I had no
insane.
idea, like, I always thought that the Wicked Witch of the West was bad, like, in
And
Wizard of
Glinda
Oz,
the good.
that's what I thought, yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, like, the fact that she landed that house on her sister, like, you're gonna
Yeah,
tell me
see
she's a good
that's
witch?
mhm.
Mm-mm,
Yep. That's why I'm
mm-mm.
like, and have you been seeing all of the TikToks that are like, it's the part where Dorothy's singing in the original Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's singing and Glinda's like looking around like pissed off and everybody's like, Glinda's like, Dorothy, you gotta wrap this up. Like my best friend just ran away with my boyfriend. And like I gotta go.
Wait, no, I didn't see that.
Oh my god, it's
I'm
so
dead.
funny. Hold on. You have to watch this. It is so funny. I
Also, what
never
cracks me up is people are like, if Jonathan Bailey wasn't gay, like, Ariana Grande would have ended up with him and not with fucking Bob.
100%. 100%.
But I'm just, like, looking at him, and then I'm, like, looking at Jonathan Bailey, and I'm like, how do you end up with him? I don't know. I don't know. You know, to each their own. Who am I to judge? But I just, yeah, it's wild. Also, it was so cute if you watched Bridgerton, the horse being the same as
Yes.
the horse in Bridgerton was so
Mhm.
cute.
And on
And
like how funny that they didn't have to like train him to like ride a horse or
Yeah.
anything. Like they were probably like, yay, like we get to save on our budget.
Unhitch. Just then, the witch, by an itch, flying on her broomstick.
All she has to do is click her heels 3 times. Yeah, that was another thing. It's like her not telling her she could click her feet until the very end. Like,
Right.
you're fucked up. Me disassociating mid-conversation, trying to be interested in what they're saying.
No, it's so funny. Or like this one says it's the same video and it says Glinda trying to listen to Dorothy's story while all of Wicked Act 2 is actively happening.
That's so true.
I know. And that's why she's like,
Me
and
after
then
saying
look.
that's crazy for the 5th time and they're still going on with their story.
So it's the same scene again. And it says, we're all in agreement. This was the moment Glinda decided she was going to make Dorothy walk to Oz instead of telling her about the bullet train, right?
That's crazy. Also, what's with Noah Beck being an actor now? Sidelined, Quarterback,
no.
and Me. I don't know. People are raving about that movie. Oh my god!
Wait,
Anyway,
what is it?
It's called The Quarterback and Me, I think, or Sidelined.
Because my mom just texted me. There's a Kansas City Chiefs Christmas movie that just came out, and
Oh,
Travis Kelce's mom is in it.
oh,
But then
really?
there's another movie about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, but like in the weird like Lifetime way where they like change the names and change the team and like make it sound like it's not about them, so they don't have to like
Oh,
copyright
yeah.
anything.
Like
But
a fan fiction.
yes.
Like
So,
the thing
but
about
Lifetime,
like the after movies. Have you seen those? They're literally
no.
called like After, Before, and it's like After We Fell or something. It's based on Harry Styles.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah. It's like a whole fan fiction on him and
Wait, I
his
love that.
books. It was actually really cute. I liked. Yeah, his name is Hardin.
Oh.
Hardin Scott instead of Harry. Hardin.
Harry instead of
Played by
Styles. That's so funny.
Hardin. I'm like, what a terrible name.
Like we couldn't pick
Um,
anything else.
Yeah, Anna Todd authored After novels. The plot centers around the positive and negative experiences of a romantic relationship between a young couple named Tessa and Hardin. So it's like after we collided, after we fell, after ever happy, and then after everything. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
That's
started in
insane.
2019. The recent one was in 2013. So crazy. But they were good. Loved the series.
That's so interesting. Never heard of it. I love fanfic.
Me too.
I mean, that's basically what Wicked started as.
Yeah.
Was like somebody just deciding they were gonna write more of the story.
Mhm.
And so wait, so that's something else, not to like fixate on Wicked. I mean, we could have done an entire episode about this, but so I have just been seeing stuff about the book of Wicked and it talking about how it's like crazy sexual, crazy, like just very different from like the stage version and like very different from the movie. And now I'm also very interested in reading the book
I know.
because
I would be
of
too.
how crazy.
Book
Apparently,
club.
oh my god, should we?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, first book, Wicked.
Yeah.
How many pages is the Wicked book?
But like 600.
560.
Close. That's fine.
That's fine.
I've been in a reading era.
I have two actually. Just started reading. Have you ever heard of the House of Scorpion?
No.
House of the Scorpion. I had to read it in like 7th grade for English class, and it's actually really good. And I completely forgot about it, and I have it sitting on a shelf in our living room. And I was like looking at it the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna reread this. It's like I kind of remember what it was about, but not really.
Oh, I would like this.
I think you would too. It's interesting. It's kind of hard to follow a little bit in the beginning, but what I really like about it, I should go get it and show it to you. I think every book should do this. So the first few pages, it shows a family tree of everybody in the book. So it's like if you
Oh, I
forget who
like that.
somebody is, yeah,
Yeah.
you can go back and look. And
Oh,
then on the next page, they have an entire list of all of the characters in the book and like a description of who they are. So it'll be like Matt's mom, Matt's caregiver, Matt's doctor. Like
mm,
it's really helpful,
that's
especially
helpful.
I know. I'm like, I literally think every book should have to do this.
I feel like Harry Potter needs that.
Oh my God, Harry Potter's becoming a show.
Yeah.
It's on
Crazy.
HBO, I think, and it's coming out next year. It's like a series, like a
I don't
Harry
know how to
Potter series.
feel. I don't know how
But
to
I
feel
think
about
I know, I don't know how to feel, and I am so curious what stories it's gonna be. Like, are they doing the Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets? Like, is it those, or are
that.
they like YOLOing and doing their own?
Yeah, I would be very intrigued.
Me
But
too.
I also think what's broke, don't fix, and what's not
Same.
broken, don't fix it. I mean, and I feel like you gotta leave
Mhm.
the Harry Potter to its OG. Every time they try to recreate something, I feel like it's not that good. Aren't they doing Freaky Friday again or something?
I did see something about
Did
Lindsay
I?
Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis being together. Let's see. Freaky Friday 2024
And
update.
Chad Michael Murray hasn't aged, so he's gonna be in that too.
The sequel to the 2003 film Freaky Friday, titled Freaky Friday 2, is scheduled to release in theaters on August 8th, 2025.
Wow.
Yeah, Chad Michael Murray will return with a new motorbike, it says.
I would fucking hope so. Not from 2003. Well, that's
The freaky
exciting.
Hold on. I have a bone to pick with IMDb. Their rating of Freaky Friday is 3.9 out of 10.
What? How?
Wait, is this the right one? Hold on.
There's no way. It's a 10 out of 10, and I will take no slander.
Okay, sorry. I was looking at the wrong Freaky Friday, but now I'm on the correct Freaky Friday and it's a 6.3. I still don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
Freaky Friday is one of the most amazing movies ever made, and I will fight
And
that.
what we say is the only thing that matters. So, bye.
Yeah, who cares what IMDb says? I'm making my own movie rating website.
We should. Because the fact that we can talk about movies and shows for an hour is.
I know, alarming. I feel like we're doing like accumulation of everything we've been
Yeah, it's been a
watching over the
while.
last.
This has been
It
months
has been a
making.
while.
This wasn't just a week, okay? We're not
No,
that
God, no.
crazy.
I mean, I did watch 2 things last night, but that's not the point.
I watched half.
We know you don't need another hoodie, but we also know that you want another hoodie. Make it one from our Bonfire store, where you can find all of our official socially unfiltered merch, like our It's Not That Serious crew neck, our totally unfiltered tote bag, or our new dad hats. They're all linked in the description, and we can't wait to match with you.
Yeah, let's get into a question that we got,
Yes.
just so we can answer it on the pod and have it be more responsive.
Thorough. Mhm.
Yeah, more thorough. So we got this on our text messages.
Yes.
I'm a full-time corporate social media. This is the message. I'm a full-time corporate social media manager / content creator, but I want to start my own business. I have given up twice because it's hard to get clients. I finally got one client that found me on Instagram, but even though we had a contract for 3 months, he only paid me for half a month, and I did 2 months worth of work. Then he started avoiding me when I brought up payment until he ghosted me. I would love to hear any advice. Although I love my job, my dream is to work for myself. Been there.
Been there.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to talk about it on here, because I think we both can relate to this a lot, and there's so much to say back to it.
Mm-hmm.
I get, loving where you are, but also seeing a completely different vision for yourself. And if you have tried a few times and have had experiences like this, it's extremely discouraging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
would
been
be
there.
interested to see like how you went about trying, or like how you go about getting clients, just to see like who are you targeting, like who are you trying to work with, because maybe these people or this person just isn't your ideal client,
Mhm.
and that's just not who you aligned with. But I also would be interested. So you had a contract for 3 months. I would say to this, if you did 2 months of work and he only paid you for half a month, I would take him to small claims court
Mhm.
100% for
Mhm.
you having a contract, it also just depends. Like, did you have a contract made for you that like talked about the terms and that talked about, when you're going to get payment, when they're scheduled for, what they owe you, how long you would need to know before you stopped working together. So I just
Mhm.
would like to see a little bit more information, I guess, and feel free to like DM us
Mhm.
this too, just to see like what that was like. But yeah, I've brought somebody to small claims court before,
Mhm.
as like, which sucks, but it's like
Mhm.
they owe you
And
money, and
I
if you have a
also
contract, you will get it.
yeah. And I also too, there have been times where I don't even bother and I take it as a lesson learned and I say, "Okay, I just did a month worth of free work and my lesson right now is that I don't do that again." And as far as like it is hard to get clients. And I mean, I know I'm not like actively posting right now, but I do think it has gotten a little tougher to get clients via
Yeah.
Instagram. I don't know if that's because I think like there's just more people doing it because I think there's always a way to stand out, but I think a lot of people are catching on to like, oh, like a lot of these people just kind of started this overnight and actually don't know what they're doing. Not saying that that's you who wrote the question in, but that's why it's important to differentiate yourself from it. But I also feel like I want to say like the first like 3 of my first 5 clients were horrible, like
Mhm.
horrendous. Like it just was not a good fit. Um and I think that was for a lot of reasons. Like I didn't know how to properly go about this business. I didn't know how to properly go about the job. I didn't know that it was up to me to enforce boundaries in the beginning. And
Mhm.
I didn't know that it wasn't normal for somebody to come back and say, okay, well, I'll pay you 500 when your quote was 1,000. Like I didn't know that those things weren't normal. And again, not saying that that's you that wrote the question in, but like all I can say is the more that you go, just the more that you learn about what's right for you, what to look for in the clients. But at the same time, I get that it's hard right now, especially to find new clients. I don't
Mhm.
want to say like as a whole, because obviously there are some out there, but I think a lot of our industry has changed, especially in the last 6 months. Like rapidly, I think it's changed.
Yeah. I think it also just has to do with the economy
Mhm.
and where people are like allocating their expenses now, and just
Mhm.
looking at social media as like a luxury, which it is. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, we are the like ones that I think people kick to the curb first because it's
Mhm.
like, okay, this is a luxury. I have to keep my lights on, or like I have to pay my rent and, bring in product and whatever. It's just like
Mhm.
it sucks, but that's the reality of it. And we're always like losing clients, gaining clients. Like that's just how it
Mhm.
is when you're an entrepreneur and a business
Yep.
owner. And it's the cycle that is kind of never ending, which
Mhm.
again, it's a con of being in this business, but there are a lot of pros, and we've made videos on this or podcasts on this before. Um, but yeah, I think I agree. It's a lot harder now
Mhm.
because the economy is struggling, so people are
Mhm.
struggling,
Yeah. And
you
I
know.
think it's not like what I'm about to say is more, again, I know you're kind of asking for advice with this, and we're mostly just like sympathizing with you over the situation because we get it. And there is a lot of like advice we could give back, but also sometimes just to hear that like somebody else has gone through this or like has felt this.
Mhm,
I think that it's a possibility. Again, this isn't to say like you need to change what you're doing to make sure that you're accommodating potential clients, but like I think especially right now, and if you're not finding a ton of full-time social media clients, it's an opportunity to kind of look and be like, okay, could I offer, audits? Could I offer standalone content shoots? Could I offer like smaller services that might be a little bit more attainable for people?
mhm.
And again, that's not to say that you need to be like lowering your prices for people because you're technically providing less work. So it's evening out. But again, that's not to say that you need to change what you're doing, but sometimes it does help to have like the diversified services in there that can kind of appeal to more than just one target
Mhm.
of people. And that's assuming that you enjoy doing those things. Again, I'm not saying you have to do those things just to stay relevant, but just something to think about. Like if you know some people local, it might help to do in-person content shoots with them, and then maybe people start seeing you do those shoots and they're like, oh well, wait, like, you know, we could have her help with a little bit more. I mean, and then I'll always say it sounds so old school. I literally would just walk into a business and like pin my business card up, or like ask to talk to a manager and be like, hey, I shop here all the time. Like, I'm obsessed with you guys. Like, would you be interested in seeing my portfolio? Like, there was a day I literally started like on one end of King Street and went to the other, and it got a lot of leads. Like, it definitely helped. So I think like in person too is super underestimated when it comes to your marketing, but also it is just a weird time of year. Like, there's not very many people that are looking to onboard a social media manager in the next month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just did a content shoot package and I'm onboarding somebody for January for it. And
Mhm.
it's not a full-time social media management package that I would like, but I'm like, okay, we can start with a content shoot and see how that goes and then maybe increase from there. So like you said, just doing like offering smaller services, and like I
Mhm.
posted about that and just like making it known that I do have availability for something like that, because a lot of the time people don't know, or like they think that you only offer one thing because you're a social media
Mhm.
manager, you're only doing social media management, and that's not true.
Right.
So yeah, I think a lot of it is just obviously posting, getting the word out and being consistent, but a huge part of getting clients too is that like personal one-on-one aspect where you are going in person if you can, and like
Mhm.
making that connection. I think just going the extra step is huge, because they can get DMs all day, but if you're the one that's like showing up and maybe spending a little bit of money at their store,
Yeah.
or like buying something, or just even like showing your support for them,
Yeah.
I think goes a long way. I mean, this is literally why we created this social media manager business blueprint,
Right.
because we had
We've
problems.
been there.
We've
Yeah.
been we've been in this exact position. We're like, how
Mhm.
do we handle the clients' objections
Mhm.
and boundaries and setting up your business and getting clients and all of these things. So this is like a
Mhm.
short version of
Yeah.
that, but
Mhm.
always always plugging our blueprint, because truly like it has everything you could possibly need to
Yes.
start your business and like set yourself up
Mhm.
the right way,
Yep.
um instead of like, starting something and not seeing the result, or starting something and not knowing where to go in terms of
Mhm.
like your boundaries and your contracts and the back end things. So
Mhm.
that's always that's always there for you to download.
Yeah. And again, we just have been there. I know that was more of like a response than a like advice column, but just know that we've been there, and it is hard, and it's not always just that you're doing something wrong. It really could be, you know, just a lot of outside factors too. But yeah, I think one of the best things is just, I hate to say that the best piece of advice is to just keep going, but like I said, like you find out over time like who your ideal client is. You find out over time who, you know, fits within the boundaries of your business. You find out who's going to pay you on time. You start to implement things that keep you from getting burned like that, like auto pay, or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you obviously had a contract, which is a great start because a lot of people don't even have that. Oh my God, sorry. My nose is so itchy and I don't know why. I think a piece of hair is like stuck like on my face touching it. But yeah, definitely anything else that we can help with. Before we go, I have one more thing that I wanted to ask you about that I completely forgot to put on here. Did you see our girl Ray was signed to Barstool?
Wait, she is?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did not see that. I saw
So
she was there with the girlies, but I didn't know she got signed.
so from what
Oh my
I
god.
gathered on the TikTok, I don't know.
Holy
Maybe I should
shit.
put a
Yeah, she tagged.
right.
Big announcement today if you give a fuck.
She's so funny. Wait, are you on her TikTok?
No, I just went into her Instagram real quick.
What's
I
her
need to see
Instagram?
this. Her Instagram is R_A_E_.
Oh, that's really cool. Wait, I'm following her because she's so funny. Yeah, so she put Barstool in her
Literally,
bio.
her username on TikTok is coffee nut with a W. Had to spice it up for your father. Period, queen.
And there was somebody that commented on it that was like, I'm still confused about what exactly you're going to be doing at Barstool. And she was like, just being myself. Like, that's so funny.
The fathers weren't ready. I'm dead. Someone goes, oh no, please tell me your contract isn't very long. You deserve better. Like, people don't understand that Barstool is a huge stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even if you want to stay there, like, I don't know,
Mhm.
like it's people are clearly staying
And
for a
sometimes
reason.
the money is right. They've been
Mhm.
looking for a Call Her Daddy replacement for 6 years. So
Literally.
if they can find it, they're going to do it.
I
But yeah, I
fucking
mean,
love her.
definitely like Barstool has its issues. Like it definitely
Yeah.
started out like very sketchy and like Dave
Mhm.
Portnoy's not the greatest, but
Yeah.
that's huge for her career and that's huge for her platform.
Yeah.
And to have access to something like that is crazy. But yeah, so I saw that TikTok where it's like, I'm not the Nicki Minaj song. And I was
I
like,
just love her random ass. Like, she just posted a video, good morning, get out of the twin bed and change those sheets. Like, she
that
just
is
says the
so
craziest shit.
funny.
God, she deserves it. Proud of her.
I think she does too. I think she's so funny. I'm actually shocked to see that she not only, but like she only has 14,000 followers on Instagram.
I know. And she
I
never
thought
really
for
talks
sure.
about her Instagram. And I'm like, come on, you have like 300K.
On TikTok, does she? I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh
She has
yeah.
300
Wow.
and something K. So she's got to build up her IG.
So yeah, if you're not familiar with who we're talking about, on TikTok it's Coffee Nut, CAWFFEENUTT. We send each other her videos all the time. She's so fucking funny.
The best.
And she just signed into Barstool, which who knows what that means.
I'm
We'll
assuming a
figure it out.
podcast.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
like
feel
a video series or
she's
something.
got something to say. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, she
Tell your
does.
father. Tell your father's father.
Tell your father. Well, I think that was all I had today. My brain feels very good that we just brain dumped all of this to each other because we've been holding this all in for so
I
long.
know. Oh my God. Well,
All
thanks for
right.
joining us. Oh, and
Yes.
look at us both in our merch.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Cute.
I love that for us. I need to
Cute.
yap. I know I felt like this was appropriate after the morning I had. I was like, I need to get on here
I should have
and
worn a
yap to
black
you.
headband. You have like my
Oh
color
my
headband.
God.
Damn.
Well, oh my God, we would have looked like Mary Kate and Ashley
Literally.
in like our
And then the
reverse
glasses on too.
Wait, let's plan that next time.
I did have blue light glasses, but they were so tight on my head that I didn't like them, so I need better ones.
Oh, these are like my real glasses.
Oh, like real.
Yeah, like I'm
Real.
blind without them. I only have them on because I don't have lashes on. And I was like, if I don't have lashes on, I feel like my glasses cover it more.
You can't tell.
You can't see my
I have
eyeball.
I have one missing on the corner, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, she stops a little short.
Yeah.
That's fine. Who even cares? I know I'm just like
Not me.
I'm in like a weird schedule right now with all of my stuff. Like
I am
usually I
too.
do like tan, lashes, like a lot of stuff in one day. And I'm so like all over the place right now.
I
It's
know I
stressing
am
me
too.
out.
Like I need a spray, but I also am like it's only Wednesday, so I need to do it like. But then again, I'm like it's Wednesday, and then we have plans on Saturday, so I probably should spray. But then I'm like, then I have a wedding next weekend, so I should spray next week. Then my lashes, I'm like, oh my God, it's annoying.
I know everything is so that's why I haven't put lashes on in probably like 2 weeks. I'm just like, I'm not doing anything important enough right now that I even care about them. So as soon as Ethan's parents left that weekend, I was like,
Strip these.
yeah. And I haven't had them on
Best
since.
feeling. It's the best feeling ever.
I know I actually have gotten to the point where I like have forgotten that they were ever there. Like sometimes I'm very like careful around my eyes, even
Mhm.
after I take them off, because I'm just
Same.
like so like trained to not touch them.
Yeah.
And now I'm very much back in the spot where I know I can rub my eyes whenever I want.
So
I know
nice.
as soon as I put them on, though, I'm gonna mess up because I'll forget they're
We're all
there.
like, I should be so careful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm sleepy.
I know, me too. Okay, sorry for yapping so long.
Yeah, love you guys.
Love you. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
In case you haven't heard from us enough today, come hang on Instagram at sociallyunfilteredpod.
Join our group chat to stay updated in between episodes by texting group to 833-459-3349.
Download the Social Media Manager Business Blueprint to start building your business today.
And last but not least, grab your official Socially Unfiltered merch from our Bonfire store.
You can find everything linked in the episode description below or at sociallyunfilteredpod.com.
We'll meet you back here next week, same day, same time. Bye.
Bye.